Hey everybody, how you doing? Mark here, and today I am back at the Emma Carlin Trail System, and we are going to do the last loop of this area of this trail system, and that is the green loop. I don't know exactly what the mileage is because I have seen like 4 different numbers ranging from 6.4 miles all the way up to 8 miles. So I really have no idea how long this path really is. I'm sure over the course of years they've rerouted it and worked it and stuff like that, but I don't know which one's the correct one. I think right now on the DNR webpage it lists it at 6.4, so I'm going to kind of go with that. But don't be surprised if it's a little bit farther than that. As far as the green loop goes, we have done probably 80% of it already because the medium loop, the what is it, orange, covers most of it. And the only part that's really different is right here towards the beginning. Once we get past this this little pond that's right up here, there will be an intersection, and then we'll turn at that intersection and get onto the green loop. That goes for maybe 1.5 miles, 2 miles on its own. Oops, sorry. Kind of blinded you with the sun. And then it will connect again with the orange loop, and then we've done everything else after that. So at least the first part of this will be new stuff. So I got here at about 10:30, and the temperatures are still into the 40s. I think we're right around mid 40, and supposed to get up to about the mid 50s today. So I've got gloves on right now. It is getting very close to deer season, and that's kind of why I wanted to get out here and do this trail now. And in fact, if you listen, you can probably hear little pops and stuff like that. That's some local shooting ranges around the area, or even farmers are getting ready to go deer hunting, so they're getting a little practice shooting in now. So yeah, just every so often you're just hearing bang, bang, pop, pop. I actually haven't been out hiking for a while. In fact, the last time I was out hiking was my last hiking video when Jen and I went to Devil's Lake. So I'm kind of feeling it already. I'm already feeling winded. But it's also weird too, because when I'm out hiking and shooting videos, because I'm talking, I get more winded. So it's not that my heart's racing or anything like that. I'm just trying to talk to you guys and breathe at the same time. Normally, if I'm just walking by myself, I don't have that big of a problem. Trail conditions are a little wet today, because we had a big storm system come through not too long ago, just a couple of days ago. And so yeah, the trail's a little damp. But I'm hoping the 2 days of non-rain has dried it out a little bit. So it's wet, but it's not soupy wet. Okay, first intersection. All right, here we go. So this is C6. This is the first intersection we come to. We follow the green loop, which goes up that way. Orange and brown goes that way. That's where we've gone before. So this is the new stuff. Since this trail is not that long, I'm not doing 10, 12 miles today. My pack is pretty light, just a few bottles of water. And that's about it, really. Some camera gear. I got an extra battery, an extra memory card, just in case. How you guys been? What you been doing this week? Anything fun? I'm actually recording this Just a couple of days before Halloween, Jen and I have decided that we are not passing out candy this year. The reason for that is because over the last couple of years, we have been buying boxes of full-size candy bars, and we only get maybe 3 trick-or-treaters at our door. Maybe. I think last year we only had 1. So we said, screw it, we're just not handing out candy this year. I don't know the reason for it. I don't know if kids don't think trick-or-treating's cool, or the parents are too poor or too lazy to take their kids trick-or-treating or let them go out. I don't know if there's a social scare that's been going on lately, but yeah, Jen and I have just decided we're not doing it this year. We are playing D&D this weekend for Halloween, and I think I'm going to dress up in my Aquarius tiefling costume. I kind of designed this costume more for the next time we go to the Ren Fair. I am going to be Aquarius, the tiefling sorcerer. Now, if you're not into D&D and you don't know what a tiefling is, it's a half dragon, half human type person. So that's my costume. I'm kind of wearing prosthetics on my face to give me a dragon look. I got some contact lenses to change my eyes. Yeah, I think it's going to be a pretty decent costume. It is coming into late autumn, mid-late autumn, being that's the end of October. Usually the leaves around here have changed colors, and I don't know if you can tell. I mean, you get some browning, you know, this stuff up here, but most of the trees are actually still green, maybe slightly yellow. And usually by now, trees have gone completely colored. Usually we're at 100% by now. And they're saying that what's going on is because we went through a drought this year, right towards the end of summer, start of autumn, that the trees are basically holding on to as much water as they can. And because of that, they're not turning their leaves colors, and when they do, the trees will turn very quickly, and then the leaves will just fall off. So this area of Wisconsin might not actually hit full color of autumn, because the leaves will just turn brown and fall off. I am liking this Emma Carlin area. The only thing I don't like is the BMX bikes that come riding through. Luckily, I'm doing this in the middle of the week, so there are only like 4 or 5 cars in the parking lot when I got here. So I shouldn't run into too many cyclists. At least I don't think so. Oh guys, check out this log here. Look how the pattern kind of like twists. That's cool. That is really, really cool. Yeah, this tree does it too. Look how it twists. But look at that. That huge limb broke off, and it's just basically being supported by these smaller little trees. Wow, that's something. Just came up to the top of this hill. I just came down from there. nice little view. Nice breeze today. However, even with it being cold and a little breezy, I'm sweating with this jacket on. I've already had to unzip it. I already took my gloves off. I'm already sweating pretty good. And I really don't think the terrain has been all that bad as far as hills is concerned. The hill I just came up has been the steepest hill so far and longest. The only real difficult part of this portion of the trail are the rocks and roots. I mean, just coming down that stuff there, lots of rocks sticking up out of the ground. Other portions have roots that have been uncovered, by a couple inches, so they like to grab the toe of your shoe and make you trip. This area here, look how kind of clear that is. That's where I like to kind of stop and just observe and see if I can see maybe a deer walk by down there. That's kind of what I like to do. Those gunshots are getting kind of annoying though. I mean, they're not loud, they're just consistent. Just bang, clack, boom, bang, snap. A few colored leaves up there. In fact, all around me, now that I'm looking, got some decent colorage. Colorage, is that a word? Nice place. And I haven't even met up with the orange trail yet. I'm still on that beginning green section. A couple of cool trees. Got this big huge one. Got this other big one here. It's got a big portion of it ripped out right down here at the bottom. That's cool. Let's take a peek. What's going on in here? That would be a place for a geocache. I am wearing my new Merrell shoes, the same ones that I had on in Devil's Lake. Again, these are not waterproof, but they are fairly lightweight. So I'm hoping that the non-waterproofing will help my feet breathe better so I don't get blisters on the bottom of my feet. Oh man, this has really been nice. Sun glistening through the trees, blinded me every once in a while. Had a heavy dew frost on everything this morning. So when I started my hike, that dew was glistening in the sunlight. That was really pretty. It's hard to catch that stuff on video though. I have come across a couple of I don't know if they're the spur trails for the emergency vehicle paths that go through, or if they were like old paths for the green loop, and maybe that's why I see different mileages all the time. Maybe if trails that I've been by were in operation, that would give me the other 1.6 miles to make it the 8-mile loop. I am starting to feel a little hot and humid. Like I said, even though it's only maybe it's coming up on 50 degrees now, I'm not sure. But I'm about ready to lose the jacket. All right, guys, here's something a little tricky. Which way do I go? Do I go that way or do I go that way? I'm not seeing any post or sign. I don't see any do not enter signs. I'm not sure which way to go. I kind of want to go that way. But yeah, I just don't know. All right, I got to figure it out. Okay, so basically at that intersection, I went straight across, and I think that was the right way to go because I've been walking on this nice Nice path here. The other one just looked too groomed to be a proper path. So yeah, I think I went the right way. So I kind of told myself that I wanted to get to the intersection of the orange loop before I take off my hoodie jacket. I don't know if I'm going to make it. I'm sweating pretty good. And again, I don't even know if it's up to 50 degrees today. I'll have to make a stop maybe when I take off my jacket. And I'll check the temperature real quick. Okay guys, I just went up another really good sized hill. In fact, just behind the camera is a little sign that says it's either VO2 hill or V02 hill. I have no idea what that means. Oh, but I've got to take this coat off. Okay, I'm just going to kind of sit here, cool off, try to get my back to dry out just a little bit before I continue on. Sounds like a good idea to me. All right guys, break time's over. At least now I get to go down that hill instead of up. Okay, during my rest stop I did check the temperature, and we have hit 50 degrees. So we are just probably about 5 to 8 degrees off of what's supposed to be the forecasted high. And it's only about 10:30, quarter to 11, something like that. But I can see how they rate this one, this green portion, at a higher difficulty rating. There's just a lot more roots and rocks than what I can remember being on the other two trail loops. I mean, just this section of it is a lot harder. Good, how are you?
Beautiful day.
It is, isn't it? That's actually the first person I've actually seen on the trail. I did see one other person when I pulled in. I got out, and I was kind of getting myself ready, wanted to use the restroom, and I saw one guy get out of his car and start walking or running. I don't know what he was doing. Anybody know what these little red berries are? I have no idea. Nice bright red though. All right guys, I came up to this little intersection. There's a post here, so let's see what the post says. All right, there's a green arrow there. Oh, I see. There you go. Green hike. They should have put this here is what they should have done. Okay, so we need to go to our right and go down that path there. So here's another post with a green arrow on it. That's for the bikes going that direction, which I just came down. But this is the hill. The intersection that we just crossed was right up there. So there must be decommissioning this portion of the trail. So we'll keep again to our right and we'll go this way. So yeah, here's another view of a valley floor. Another place I would sit and watch for deer if I could. Holy crap guys, look at this. I actually came across the Orange Trail intersection, C4. So going down that way is the Orange Trail. Okay, so that means everything on the trail now we have seen before. However, it is autumn, so things do look a little bit different, you know, from season to season. I'm starting to hear some voices, so I'm wondering if someone else is walking or running up behind me. Just don't know. Haven't seen them, but I've been hearing them since just before the Orange Trail intersection. Oh, cool. Check out these big white ball mushrooms. Look at all those ball mushrooms. There's even one hidden behind the tree right there. little pieces of them. Oh, those two big ones out there. Damn things almost look like pumpkins out there. That's a nice one right over there. Those mushrooms are so big, man. They did look like pumpkins. At first, that's what I thought they were. I thought they were wild white pumpkins, but nope, they're not. They were just mushrooms. And then I thought they were styrofoam because the texture on the inside looks like styrofoam. Here's that big stone wall. I could swear that that was for bikes to ride on. And I still think that. Because they're given the option they could jump on it and ride over the top. And then as you get closer to those, well, probably this section right here might be a little difficult to get over, but I'm sure some bikers can do it. And then they can jump back down and head down the trail. So yeah, I really think that that was placed here on purpose, and then that they make it go down here and then disappear into the ground to make it look like it's natural, but I don't think it is. So as I stated in the early part of my video, that it's just a couple of days till Halloween, and I'm kind of curious, what do you guys do for Halloween? Do you guys have traditions? You know, carve your pumpkins, have a big party? You know, what do you guys do? Well, what kind of treats do you hand out? You know, do you go with the cheaper treats? You know, the wax candies? Do you do the old-fashioned stuff like handing out plastic vampire teeth and the wax lips and stuff like that? Or do you go for the candied corn, candied pumpkins? You know, do you hand out that kind of stuff, or do you get the chocolate bars and stuff like that to hand out to the kids? So yeah, I'm just kind of curious. Do you guys do anything? Do you buy a mask? Do you paint one on? You know, what do you do? In fact, if I can get it done, I'll try to take a picture of myself in my Aquarius medieval sorcerer D&D guy costume. I'll post it up and let me know what you guys think of my costume. Thinking about something for a while now. Every so often I'll watch the YouTube creators guide videos, you know, try to figure out some sort of technique for filming, shooting, editing to really help draw in viewers and subscribers. And this one video actually kind of made me a little upset because, you know, he's going on and on about how getting up to the magical 1,000 subscriber mark can be pretty difficult. And it's like, yeah, tell me about it. You know, it's not something that happens overnight. You know, it'll probably take you 6 months to a year to hit the 1,000 subscriber mark. What? Only 6 months to a year? It took me like 7 years before I hit that mark. So I'm just trying to figure out the, you know, what the secret is. I go to these other channels that have tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, even millions of subscribers. I'm sitting there watching it going, how is what they're doing different than what I'm doing? And I just have a hard time figuring it out. You know, when I first started, my video quality wasn't great, you know, cheap camera. It had 720 HD, it wasn't 4K or anything like what I put up now. I didn't have a lapel microphone, so the sound quality was horrible. But you know, I did the best I could with what I had. Really knew nothing about editing and and all that stuff. But I've learned a few little things here and there. I watched some of these other videos. I consider what they do just as good as what I can do. Some of the people I watch seem very artificial about when they talk. You know, everything's really cool and exciting and adventurous, and you know, only a real person can do this. And no, you know, who talks like that? I just don't know. I guess I'm just trying to be myself. I talk like I do, and you know, I don't try to put on an act. You know, I don't act like the big bad biker. I'm not a tree hugger. You know, I like my food, but I don't really consider myself an expert in it. But I mean, I do have a culinary degree. But you know, there's more recipes in this world than I could ever learn. But I'm just trying to figure it out. I was watching on this one guy's channel. My daughter really loves his channel, and his recipes seem pretty good. At the same time, he's trying to make these little innuendos and little comparison things that he just pulls out of his head. There's no scientific basis on anything he's really saying. And yet he's got hundreds of thousands of subscribers, but he acts like an ass on these things. Is that what people want? They want people acting like a complete and total putz? I don't know. Yeah, God, I'm just trying to wrap my head around why some channels are really strong and their content is just a lot of what I consider to be BS, misknowledgement. I was watching this one cooking video. This lady was making bread, and she goes, oh, don't forget to add your salt, because salt adds to the leavening of the bread. That's bullshit. The video has like 300,000 views, and she's saying that salt acts as a leavening agent? How? I don't understand it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I misspeak in my videos all the time, you know, and maybe I stutter and stuff like that when I'm talking. Like in my coolant changing video, I was waiting for, I said in the video, my water pump to turn on. What I was meaning to say was I was waiting for the cooling fan to turn on. So yeah, and a lot of people catch me on that, and they make a comment in that video saying, no, that's the water, or that's the cooling fan kicking on, not the water pump. And I knew that, but for some reason in my head, it just came out that I was waiting for the water pump to kick on. And I did it like 2 or 3 times in that video. So I understand that people can misspeak, but to literally say that salt adds to the leavening of a bread, that's completely wrong. You know, that's not misspeak, that's just improper knowledge. You know, maybe it's because those other people actually constantly make comments, you know, visit my website, subscribe, like, you know, they're constantly asking for it. Is that what I need to do? Just ask for it? Say, if you like the stuff, subscribe, and if you don't, you know, that's fine too. I don't know. I don't know how it all goes. You know, but then again, maybe they actually pay to have their video put up as an ad, because I've seen that. I'll be watching, you know, I'll start watching somebody's video and it'll go to an ad break. The ad is a 45-minute video on something. You know, almost like a paid advertisement type video that you would see late at night on TV. Oh, I'm coming up to the lookout. Cool. I was really looking forward to coming out and seeing this lookout. Oh, it's not as colorful as I was hoping. I was hoping that all the trees in the background by the horizon there would all be different shades of yellows and oranges. And I mean, you can see a lot of bare trees. So a lot of trees have already lost their leaves, but so many are still green out there. It's just weird for this time of year. Oh, well, I'm going to sit here for a little while and enjoy the view. Sip down a little more water. But yeah, guys, I'm just trying to figure out, exactly what is the secret to getting these high view type videos. Videos, I mean, I understand some of it is just eye candy on the icon that's just put up. I've seen people put up videos and the icon is like some sexy big busted woman holding a loaf of bread, and the title says something like 5-minute quick bread. Okay, well, one, I know what a quick bread is, things like banana bread and pumpkin bread and zucchini bread, those are quick breads. But what she's holding is like an artisanal, maybe a sourdough or a baguette or something like that. It's not a quick bread. And I sit there and I start watching the video to see what they mean. And yeah, it was some yeast bread, a French bread or something like that. The video actually reminded me of the stuff that I put out when I first started. Bad quality, bad video, bad angles, just all that stuff. But yet the video has, a couple 100,000 views. So I think a lot of it has to do with maybe the icon. Do I need to change my icons up to kind of pop out a little bit and stuff like that? Because I was just taking an image off of my video, an actual still shot image of something in my video, and using that as my video icon on YouTube. Do I need to pop things out a little bit and put big, huge lettering effects and stuff like that all over? I don't know. To me, that's falsifying what my channel is all about. My channel is about being who I am, and things I like to do. And I don't feel like I'm superficial and artificial to where, you should be able to look at a picture of a beautiful horizon like this out here, and you should be able to say, wow, that's really cool. I wonder what this guy has. Not put in, I walked 6 miles and I can't believe this happened. And then you watch the video and then it's like, what the hell happened? You walked 6 miles, you got back to your car, so what happened? I just don't understand it. One channel that I came across, some girl, she rides a Harley, and that's what she does all the time. Oh, I just bought this Harley and you won't believe what happened. She had to go for an oil change or something like that. It's like, what the hell? I don't get it. I just don't. All right, so sat there on that bench, looked at that view, drank down some water, rested up a little bit. Now I'm ready to push on. I want to make another comment about YouTube videos that I've seen and trying to figure out how they get so many views. And it's when the people in the video don't talk. They don't tell you anything of what they're doing, what they're seeing, nothing. I mean, the film footage is pretty decent, but it's just hard to watch. It's so boring. There's a lot of cooking videos that are out like that, where they show up like 5 close-ups of them putting an egg into a bowl with flour in it or something like that. It's just and it looks nice. And then they'll have text wording that pops up and says, add 2 eggs, add a teaspoon of this, and and so they're showing what they're doing. They're giving you text on how to do it. The description has the ingredient list and stuff like that. But for some reason they just don't say it in the video. And I'm sorry, but when I'm watching, you always got to be careful of this branch. When I'm watching a video, I want interaction between the creator and myself. You know, I've seen dozens, if not hundreds of videos or video channels of just motorcycle riders. You know, they might talk for the first 5 minutes. Oh, we're going to go here and we're going to go camping. Let's jump on the bike and go. And then it's basically 45 minutes of them riding down the road to wherever they were going to go. And then it's like, okay, we're here. You know, that was my video. Thanks for watching. It's like, what? Really? And yet again, those videos get hundreds of thousands of views. I'm sorry if I'm harping on this, guys. I really am. It's just something that's really been bothering me, especially when I watch that one YouTube creator helper video thing that someone in YouTube made and posted up, and how don't be discouraged, it could take up to a year to get to 1,000 subscribers. And I'm like, how the hell do you get to 1,000 subscribers in a year? And all I could think of is that people are paying to use their video as an advertisement for their channel. That's the only thing I can think of. And that's one thing I haven't done. I don't have the money to do it. I mean, some channels deserve it. But then some of the ones I look at, it's like, how are you doing that? You know, they get hundreds of thousands of views in a week. You know, my average right now is about 50 views a week on my new content. So, however, I did get a notification from YouTube. I had a total of 30,000 watched hours, and I got 250,000 views. That's nice. But again, that's for 9 years of work. By the way, I hope you guys watched that intro clip that I put up. I hope you guys like that, because that's going to be the new channel intro. Sorry, I'm not showing a whole lot of the trail right now, that I'm just talking. But again, we've already seen this during the Orange Loop segment. So I'm just trying to find anything that really stands out that I didn't really get last time. And I am liking that new helmet that I got too. It is loud. It's louder than I thought it was going to be. But it's still a nice helmet. I really like, and I mean I really like, the way the cheek pads get pulled in when you drop the visor down. That is really neat. It's just a really cool sensation when you're riding, you pop that visor down and it just snugs up against your cheeks. It's really nice. So you guys remember a number of months back now, I made mention that there was something kind of severe that happened with the family, and I wasn't ready to talk about it, and I'm still not. But I will say and actually admit that what's been going on has made me go to see a therapist. So yeah, that's kind of how severe it has been for me. I take it as being something fairly traumatic. So yeah, I am seeing a therapist for that issue. Stuff with my mom is doing well. for her cancer scare. She is on her last couple of treatments of immunotherapy. That's I guess the last step in her treatment. You know, the chemo and radiation takes a toll on the body. So they have to send her through immunotherapy to rebuild her immune system again. And she's just been doing that once a month, I think for like the last 8 or 9 months, and I think she has to do a full year of it. Oh, this looks like a good place to sit. Gotta take a quick second to change out the battery pack in my wireless microphone because I see that the little icon's blinking, so it's almost dead. I'm just gonna sit here, take a little break, suck down some water, and enjoy the gunshots for a while. Okay, so I've changed batteries in everything now. Changed the batteries in the wireless mic, on the wireless microphone's receiver, and on the camera. So power-wise, I'm good. Should be able to finish off the rest of this trail, no problem. Well, oh my, looks like we got a little downage of trees here over the trail. Got this one here, got that one, which bent down these. Oh, yeah. And then you got this big one that's over here as well. All right, time to climb through. Yeah, there we go, that wasn't too bad. Got my pack snagged on this one as I was trying to get underneath. Okay, looks like we're coming up on the brown trail connector here. So yep, there's the brown loop right there. We go this way. And then we come to this little clearing that has, what is it, like 4 emergency vehicle drives. So you got that one there to the right, that one off to the left, and that one, I guess, really off to the left. And we just go straight across. Oh, looks like they lost another color. Because they used to have the green and the brown, and now they lost, and then they lost the orange. Well, back when we first hiked the brown loop, that wasn't there. So yep, they're only down to green now. Okay, so with that intersection there with the brown loop, I'm thinking that's maybe 1.5 miles or 2 miles to go. I think, I'm not sure. Oh man, this Emma Carlin Trail System has really been beautiful. It really has. I've enjoyed coming out here each time. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do now that I have the Emma Carlin hiking trails done. I might go to the John Muir hiking trail system. Jeez, I think there's like 8 different trails over there, I think. Well, I definitely have gotten to the easier part of the trail. Not as many rocks and roots sticking into the pathway. The hills are nice and mild. Up and down like 10-foot rises. Nothing major, nothing drastic. Nice easy walk now. All right, got into the prairie grass area. And what we'll do is we'll come into these pines, and then just over there we'll come back out again. Okay, I think I'm down to about the last maybe half mile or so. And just to sum up my experience on the trail before I actually end it. Trail conditions were very good today, even though we had a bunch of rain just a couple of days ago. It literally rained for like a day and a half, and the trail's actually been really good. A little moist and wet, but not muddy in any way. You know, I'm not stepping in it, and it's not clinging to my shoes or anything, so that's pretty cool. Then the traffic on the trail, for being the middle of the week, hasn't been too bad. I think I got passed by about 7 or 8 bicyclists, and I've seen no one walking the trail. The voices I heard earlier, I heard them a couple of times, and then that was it. They were gone. I never heard them again. So I don't know if it was somebody else walking a different portion of the trail. Some of the bikers maybe just kind of hollering at each other. I don't know. Of course, the hills are difficult. The first part of the green trail, when you first leave all the others behind, very rocky, lots of roots and stuff in the pathway, a couple of good-sized hills. So yeah, I can understand why they call that extreme. And I mean, the area where I'm walking now, it's pretty flat, trail's pretty easy. But if you were to do the green segment on a bike, they hit you with the hardest stuff at the end. So basically you're just doing a warm-up riding on what I'm walking on now, and then it gets extreme or harder or whatever the farther you go. But for a hiker, you do all the hard hills and stuff right away, and then you got the easy stuff to finish off your hike. So I kind of like that. I'd rather hit the hills while I'm still energetic and can do it than 5 miles later and then you start hitting all these big hills. So I'm starting to think that maybe my next hike will be another portion of the Military Ridge segment. So come back in a couple of weeks and you can watch that. What's my motorcycle video going to be? Oh, you know what? I bought a wireless phone charging system and put it on the bike. And I'm going to review that. So I think that's going to be my next motorcycle video. I think I'm going to start doing a little sign off here. I don't have too much further to go. So I want to say thanks for watching. Thanks for liking, subscribing. Thanks for sharing your videos with your friends and family. Everything's appreciated. Everything counts. You know, if you think this video was good and you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. If you thought it was complete shit and a waste of your time, give it a thumbs down. I really don't care. If you'd like to support my channel, I ask you that you go to my Patreon page, and the link will be in the description below. You can sign up for a monthly subscription for as low as $1 a month. And you can modify and change that how you want. If you think $1 isn't enough, change it to $3 or $5 or whatever you feel comfortable with. And then, if you feel you don't want to give every month, you can actually send me a single payment through PayPal. Again, the link is down in the description below. And you can send me $1 a month through PayPal. So yeah, those kind of things really help. It really does. If you sign up for the Patreon, you can get access to the Vulcan 750 bobber build that I've been doing. So there you go. There's my spiel. If you like me and like what you see on the channel, subscribe. If you like the video, hit the thumbs up. If you don't like the video, hit the thumbs down. Share my video. Make a comment. Let me know which way you like it. You know, if you like my content, tell me. Say, hey Mark, you're doing a good job, keep it up. If you think I'm doing a bad job and you want to give me a thumbs down, make a comment saying, hey, you're an idiot and you should have your own channel. I really don't care if that's what you want to do. All right, well, this is Mark saying thanks again for watching. Thanks for coming out and enjoying the day with me. Thanks for coming out on a little bit of a hike. I will see you guys on the road. And yes, I have seen these during my whole hike, and I have no idea what they are. So if you guys know, tell me, leave a comment below. What are these little red berry things? All right, here we are. We are back at the parking lot. My car is right there on the other side of the pine tree. What a day, what a day, what a day.